سلام به همگی، خیلی خوش اومدین به کانال یوتیوبم. من پانتام. امیدوارم که حالتون خیلی خوب باشه. امروز میخوام فعل خوردن رو بهتون آموزش بدم. وقتی خوردن فعل ساده است، چند تا معنی مختلف داره. اینا رو با هم یاد میگیریم و بعد 12 تا فعل مرکب و اصطلاح با خوردن رو با هم میبینیم. اگر آماده این شروع میکنیم. خب همونطور که گفتم وقتی خوردن فعل ساده است میتونه چند تا معنی مختلف داشته باشه که اینجا داریم. To eat, to drink, to take medicine, to hit, usually by accident or unintentionally, to match or to go well with. The present root, khor, the past root, khord, and the participle خورده. خور، خورد، خورده. خب حالا چند تا مثال ببینیم. من معمولاً ساعت 7:30 صبحونه میخورم. I usually eat breakfast at 7:30. صبحانه درسته ولی تو مکالمه معمولاً میگیم صبحونه. روزی 7 لیوان آب میخوره. He or she drinks 7 glasses of water a day. فعل نوشیدن هم داریم برای drink, to drink, ولی معمولاً از فعل خوردن استفاده میکنیم. وقتی سردرد داری بهتره قرص بخوری. When you have a headache, it's better to take medicine. So here, بخوری is subjunctive, and we have the subjunctive because we used بهتره. So it's better to take medicine. We use the infinitive form in English. In Persian, after بهتره, we typically use the subjunctive form. ماشینش به درخت خورد. His or her car hit a tree. So probably by accident. بهش نمیخوره 30 سالش باشه. She doesn't or he doesn't look 30. So you're saying, you know, their face doesn't match their age, right? It doesn't go. بهش نمیخوره, or you can also say بهش نمیاد. بهش نمیاد 30 سالش باشه. And نمیاد is from the verb آمدن, which is to come. سارا و همسرش خیلی به هم میخورن. So Sarah and her spouse really match each other. They really suit each other. So here it's very common to use خوردن with به هم, like to match each other. به هم میخورن. But of course, depending on context, it could also mean that they hit each other, right? به هم خوردن. خب حالا چند تا فعل مرکب با خوردن رو میبینیم. زمین خوردن, to fall down. یه بار تو مدرسه زمین خوردم و همه به هم خندیدن. Once at school I fell down and everyone laughed at me. سرما خوردن, to catch a cold. امشب نمیتونم بیام چون سرما خوردم. I can't come tonight because I caught a cold. به درد خوردن, to come in handy or to be useful. This is like almost literally like saying to match with your pain. So whatever your pain is, your dard, this kind of suits it. So it's useful for that, if that makes sense or helps you remember it better. به درد خوردن. این ابزار رو بخر. یه روزی به درد میخوره. Buy this tool. One day it'll come in handy. به چه دردی میخوره? What is it useful for? What is it good for? به درد من نمیخوره. It's not useful for me. So you can also add the person here. به درد someone خوردن. So here به درد من نمیخوره. All right, this slide comes with a very big warning because this can be really vulgar. So you have to be really careful. I'm not really one to, actively teach bad things, but I think this is good to know, just to be aware of it, because the meaning is so different from what you might think. And you might hear it, especially if you hang out with Iranians or no Iranians, you might hear it, so it's good to know what it is, but I would be very careful about using it. So the phrase is به درد عمت میخوره. In Iranian culture, we use the amme, or the paternal aunt, the aunt on your father's side, to insult people, basically. So in the US, we might, insult somebody's mother, but in Iran, it's the amme, it's the paternal aunt. And so when we say this, when we say, just looking at it, it's literally, it's useful for your paternal aunt, and you think, oh, okay. But the meaning is the opposite. The meaning is that something is actually completely useless, right? So again, if you just say به درد میخوره, that's useful, that's very good. But because we threw in the amme here, it makes it completely useless. So this phrase can be very vulgar, it can be sarcastic, it can kind of be a joke, but it all depends on how you say it and who you're saying it to, the context. It depends on a lot of things. So I would be very, very careful with this one. And again, the takeaway with this is be aware of this, be aware that the meaning is completely different. But please practice caution if you ever decide, or just stay away from it altogether. And if you hear it, you know what it means, and that's great. Okay. قسم خوردن, to swear. جلوی همه قسم خورد. He or she swore in front of everyone. اگه قسم بخورم باورم میکنی? If I swear, will you believe me? So اگر کتابیه، اگه گفتاریه. به کسی برخوردن, to offend someone. So we're going to need a person in parentheses here. بهم برخورد, it offended me, or I took offense. So بهم is به من, right? We're using a bound pronoun here. به من becomes بهم. I have a short video on this, which I'll link in the corner. بهت بر نخوره. So don't take offense, don't take it personally. So به تو becomes بهت with a bound pronoun. بهش برخورد که دعوتش نکردن. He or she was offended that they didn't invite him or her. Right? So this is به او, and then the bound form is بهش. بهش برخورد. هوا خوردن, to get some fresh air. بریم بیرون یه هوایی بخوریم. Let's go out and get some fresh air. So we're literally saying, eat fresh air, or eat air. بعد از نهار رفتم بیرون که هوا بخورم. After lunch, I went outside to get some fresh air. بخورم, again, is subjunctive because we have که, which که can be omitted in this case, but I put it here so that it's clear. When که gives the reason, like the purpose of something, we use the subjunctive after it. I have a whole lesson on this. I'll link it up here if you want to review all of the uses of که. In English, we do this with the infinitive. So I went outside, why? to get fresh air or in order to get fresh air. But in Persian, we have to use the subjunctive. قصه خوردن, to grieve or to be really very extremely worried and anxious. قصه نخور, همه چی درست میشه. Don't worry, everything will be okay. Cheese is correct. You could also say همه چیز درست میشه. But commonly in spoken Persian, همه چی. همش قصه بچه ها رو میخوره. He or she is always worrying about the children. حرص خوردن. This is to fume or get really angry, furious, and just like that kind of feeling. انقدر حرص نخور. Like, don't get so angry. چرا انقدر حرص میخوری؟ برات خوب نیست. Why are you getting so angry? It's not good for you. حسرت خوردن. This is to yearn or to long to have something or really wish you had something. And it can also be to regret. حسرت ماشین جدید دوستشو میخوره. He or she wishes he or she had his or her friend's car, or they yearn to have that car. یه روزی حسرت میخوری که این فرصت رو از دست دادی. One day you'll regret missing this opportunity. شکست خوردن. To fail, to be beaten, to suffer a loss. متاسفانه تیممون دیشب شکست خورد. Unfortunately, our team lost last night. شکست خوردن بخشی از موفقیته. So failure or failing is part of success. When we start the sentence with a verb, in English we use the gerund form, in Persian we use the infinitive form. So شکست خوردن. کتک خوردن. This is to take a beating, to be hit. تو اخبار دیدم که یه دزد دستگیر شد و کلی کتک خورد. I saw on the news that a thief was arrested and beaten up. لیز خوردن. زمین خیسه. مراقب باش لیز نخوری. The floor is wet. Be careful not to slip. سر کسی رو خوردن. To talk someone's head or ear off, to annoy someone by talking too much. So it's literally saying eating someone's head. همسایم خیلی مهربونه ولی هر بار که میبینمش سرمو میخوره. به خصوص وقتی عجله دارم. My neighbor is very kind, but every time I see him or her, he or she talks my head off, especially when I'm in a hurry. مهمونمون تا نصف شب نشست و سر همه رو خورد. Our guest stayed until midnight and talked everyone's head off. اینم از درسمون. مرسی که این ویدیو رو نگاه کردین. امیدوارم که کمکتون کرده باشه. اگر کمکتون کرد لطفاً دکمه لایک رو فراموش نکنین. فعلا تا درس بعدی، خدا نگهدار.